When it comes to laptops for architecture, we have a motto that says, buy with as much as you can spend, the best possible laptop it can purchase. We say this for a reason. In architecture, the student with a better GPU, more RAM, and stronger cooling almost always has an advantage in speed, output quality, and system stability. Hardware limitations don't just slow you down, they increase the risk of crashes. Imagine spending days refining your design, only for your laptop to crash mid-render in V-Ray just hours before submission. That's the kind of situation this list is designed to help you avoid. By 2026, software such as AutoCAD, Revit, Rhino, SketchUp, Lumion, Twinmotion, Unreal Engine, and Blender places heavy demands on system resources. So real-time rendering, parametric modeling, large BIM files, and high-resolution textures are now standard in academic projects. For 2026, architecture students should aim for at least a 15-inch color-accurate display, a Windows operating system, as key softwares like Revit and V-Ray remains PC exclusive. 16 GB of RAM is now the minimum, with 32 GB strongly recommended for smooth multitasking. Storage should be a fast NVMe SSD, with 512 GB as the minimum and 1 TB preferred. On the graphics side, a dedicated GPU is mandatory. 4 GB of video RAM is the absolute minimum, while 6 GB to 8 GB of video RAM provides a far better experience for real-time visualization and AI-assisted workflows. A strong multi-core CPU, effective cooling, and reliable battery life are also critical for long studio sessions. With all that in mind, here are our top 10 picks for the best budget laptops for architecture students in 2026. This list ranges from entry-level budget options to models priced above $1,000, and we've included links in the description so you can check current pricing and availability. Without further delay, let's dive into the list. At number 10 on our list is the Lenovo LOQ Essential. This is the most affordable option on this list, coming in at under $600, and it's designed for students who need a very basic but capable machine to handle architectural softwares. It features a 15.6-inch Full HD IPS display and is powered by a desktop-class Intel Core i5-12450HX processor, an 8-core, 12-thread CPU with boost speeds of up to 4.4 GHz. This is paired with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4050 GPU with 4 GB of dedicated video RAM, which is impressive at this price point. Just a few years ago, accessing an RTX-class GPU like this would have cost well over $1,800. So getting it at this budget level makes the LOQ a standout value. With the CPU and GPU combination, you can run demanding architectural softwares such as AutoCAD, Revit, SketchUp, Rhino, Blender, and even light real-time rendering tools, making it a solid entry-level option for architecture students. However, there is an important caveat. This budget configuration ships with only 8 GB of DDR5 RAM in a single slot, which does not meet our minimum recommendation for architectural workloads. If you choose this laptop, we strongly recommend upgrading the RAM immediately, replacing it with 16 GB at minimum or ideally 32 GB, allowing you to dramatically improve performance and workflow. Expect to spend around $160 or slightly more for the upgrade, or try to find cheaper used options from trusted vendors, and we've included links to compatible RAM options in the description. At number 9 on our list is the MSI Thin 15. This is a strong budget option, typically priced under $700, and it's a good fit for architecture students who want serious performance in a relatively portable form factor. It features a 15-inch Full HD IPS display with a 144 Hz refresh rate, which helps with smooth navigation in modeling software and makes detailed visual work feel more responsive. Powering the system is a 13th Gen 13420H Intel Core i5 CPU, an 8-core processor with boost speeds up to 4.6 GHz, offering solid multi-threaded performance for parametric modeling, simulations, and rendering tasks. This is paired with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4050 GPU with 6 GB of GDDR6 video RAM, which performs extremely well for its price. With this CPU and GPU combination, you can comfortably run demanding architectural softwares, including heavier tools like Blender, Unreal Engine, and AI-assisted rendering workflows. The 512 GB NVMe SSD ensures fast load times for large BIM files and high-resolution textures. Unlike the Lenovo LOQ Essential, this model comes with 16 GB of DDR4 RAM out of the box, which immediately makes it a better value given current RAM prices. It also features 2 DDR4 RAM slots, so you can easily upgrade to 32 GB later by adding another 16 GB stick. There are a few trade-offs to be aware of. As a thin gaming laptop, cooling can be a limitation. Temperatures rise during long rendering or studio sessions, and the fans can get loud, so proper ventilation is important to avoid throttling. Battery life is poor, averaging 2 to 4 hours with mixed use and dropping to around 1 to 1.5 hours under heavy load, making this more of a plug-in workstation than an all-day portable laptop. That said, once upgraded and used with these limitations in mind, the MSI Thin 15B13VE becomes a reliable, performance-focused workhorse for architecture students. At number 8 on our list is the ASUS Tuf A16. This is a strong mid-range budget option, typically priced around $1,100, and it's ideal for architecture students who want durable build quality, solid performance, and better battery life than most gaming laptops in this class. It features a modern 16-inch widescreen ultra-extended graphics array IPS display, a display which offers more vertical screen space than the common 16:9, with its extra height allowing more content to be seen without scrolling. Adding to that is a 144 Hz of refresh rate and 100% of sRGB color coverage, offering good color accuracy for detailed design work and post-production renderings in software like Photoshop or Lightroom. Powering the system is the AMD Ryzen 7 7445HS processor, a 6-core, 12-thread processor with boost speeds up to 4.7 GHz, smaller core count for 2026, yet it delivers enough multi-core performance for large BIM files, simulations, and parametric workflows. This is paired with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4050 with 6 GB of GDDR6 video RAM and a strong 140-watt total graphics power, allowing it to handle demanding workloads confidently. With this CPU and GPU combination, you can comfortably run intensive architectural software and real-time visualization tools. The 1TB NVMe SSD provides fast load times and plenty of space for high-resolution textures and project archives. Out of the box, the laptop comes with 16 GB of DDR5 RAM, meeting our minimum requirement for architectural workflows. In terms of build quality, it weighs around 4.8 pounds or 2.2 kilograms. While heavier than some slimmer options, its military-grade certified chassis makes it well-suited for campus life and frequent travel. There are a few caveats to keep in mind though. Cooling is generally effective and quieter than average for a gaming laptop, but in turbo mode during long rendering sessions, it can get warmer and noisier. Thus using a cooling pad is recommended for extended workloads to avoid minor throttling. Battery life is good compared to our previous options, delivering around 6 to 8 hours for light productivity and 4 to 6 hours with mixed use. It does drop faster under heavy GPU loads, but that's still impressive for this category and great for unplugged studio work. At number 7 on our list is the HP Victus S1023DX. This is a very compelling mid-range budget option, often selling around $900 on sale, down from its original $1,400 price point. It features a 16.1-inch Full HD IPS anti-glare display with a 144 Hz refresh rate, offering plenty of screen real estate for working on detailed BIM models and layouts in Revit or Archicad. The high refresh rate also ensures smooth panning and orbiting in real-time visualization tools like Twinmotion. Color coverage sits around 100% of sRGB, making it suitable for accurate visual work without immediately relying on an external monitor. Powering the system is the AMD Ryzen 7 8845HS processor, an 8-core, 16-thread processor with boost speeds of up to 5.1 GHz, which excels in multi-threaded workloads such as simulations, rendering, and heavy multitasking. This is paired with a very powerful NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070 GPU, featuring 8 GB of GDDR6 video RAM and up to a 120-watt TGP. At this price point, the GPU performance is outstanding, as similar configurations were easily costing $1,800 or more just a year ago. With the CPU and GPU duo, you can comfortably handle demanding architectural softwares, including AutoCAD, Rhino, Lumion, Blender, and Unreal Engine, as well as AI-accelerated features and high-resolution renders that would overwhelm lower-tier GPUs. The included 512 GB of NVMe SSD delivers fast boot and load times. Out of the box, The laptop comes with 16 GB of DDR5 RAM, meeting our baseline requirement for architecture workflows. The chassis is military-grade tested for durability and weighs around 5.3 pounds or 2.4 kilograms, portable enough for campus use. As for drawbacks, cooling is adequate but not exceptional. During prolonged heavy renders, mild throttling can occur, and the fans become audible. Thus, using a cooling pad is recommended for long studio sessions. Battery life averages 4 to 6 hours for mixed productivity and drops to 2 to 3 hours under heavy load, making this primarily a plugged-in performance machine. Overall, the HP Victus 16 stands out as a budget-savvy powerhouse for architecture students who want near professional-grade performance without stretching their budget too far. At number 6 on our list is the Acer Nitro V16 AI. This is a massive spec-heavy contender, usually priced around $1,150, and it's specifically targeted at students who want a machine that is ready to work without the headache of manual upgrades. It features a 16-inch widescreen ultra-extended graphics array IPS display with a blistering 180 Hz refresh rate. While it's fast, the color accuracy is limited to roughly 45% of NTSC, or about 62% of sRGB. This means your renders might look slightly dull or off-color, compared to how they'll look on a professional monitor or when printed. Powering this machine is the AMD Ryzen 5 240 processor, a 6-core, 12-thread CPU with boost speeds up to 5.0 GHz. While it has fewer cores than some of the high-end HX chips on this list, it features a dedicated NPU for AI-assisted tasks, which is becoming a standard requirement for 2026 rendering, denoising, and generative design tools. This is paired with the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5050, which is a significant step up from previous entry-level cards because it packs a generous 8 GB of GDDR7 video RAM. Having that extra video RAM is a game-changer for handling high-resolution textures in Lumion or Twinmotion without the system stuttering. The standout feature of this specific configuration is the memory and storage. Out of the box, it ships with 32 GB of DDR5 RAM and a massive 2 TB Gen 4 SSD. As we mentioned before, RAM is the backbone of stability. Having 32 GB already installed means you can keep Rhino, Photoshop, and 20 Chrome tabs open simultaneously without breaking a sweat. And with 2 TB of storage, you won't have to worry about running out of space for your massive project archives and portfolio assets for years. However, there are some important caveats to consider before you hit buy. First, while the Ryzen 5 is capable, the 6-core architecture is a mid-range engine. For extremely heavy V-Ray or Lumion renders, it will be noticeably slower than the Ryzen 7 or Intel i7 models ranked higher on our list. Overall, the Acer Nitro V16 AI earns its spot at number 6 as the value champion for storage and memory. If you want a laptop that is fully maxed out from day one and can handle 32 GB workloads without you ever having to pick up a screwdriver, this is an incredible practical choice. At number 5 on our list is the HP Victus RTX 5060. This is where we step into a lineup that feels genuinely optimized for 2026-era workflows, especially AI-assisted and GPU-accelerated tasks, while remaining relatively affordable. Priced around $1,250, it falls within the mid to upper budget range, and it's suitable for architecture students who want a ready-to-go performance and generous memory out of the box. The laptop features a 15.6-inch Full HD IPS display, which is a step down in resolution compared to the previous laptop, yet the panel still performs well for its class. It offers a 144 Hz refresh rate and roughly 100% of sRGB color coverage, delivering smooth navigation and solid color accuracy for modeling, drafting, and visualization work. At the core is the AMD Ryzen AI 7 350, an 8-core, 16-thread processor with boost speeds up to 5.0 GHz. What sets it apart is its integrated 50 trillions of operations per second NPU, which enables efficient handling of AI-assisted tasks, now becoming common in architectural softwares, such as denoising, generative design tools, and intelligent rendering optimizations. It's paired with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060 GPU, featuring a generous 8 GB of dedicated GDDR7 video RAM but a slightly lower 80-watt TGP limit. While this does cap peak GPU performance compared to higher wattage implementations, it still outperforms most GPUs in this list and delivers strong results in real-time rendering and visualization workloads. With this configuration, you can smoothly run demanding architectural softwares without any problem with a bonus AI-enhanced features and high-resolution textures, making this laptop future-proof. Storage is handled by a fast 1TB of NVMe SSD, providing ample space and quick access to large project files. One of the biggest advantages here is memory. Straight out of the box, the Victus ships with 32GB of DDR5 RAM, exceeding our recommended spec for architectural workflows and eliminating the need for immediate upgrades. Build quality is budget-oriented, with a plastic chassis, but it still feels solid. At around 5.1 pounds or 2.3 kilograms, it's on the heavier side for portability, but still reasonable for daily campus commutes. There are a few trade-offs to note though. Cooling can throttle slightly under sustained heavy loads, partly due to the 80-watt GPU power limit, and fans can become audible during long render sessions, so using the cooler or a stand is recommended if it's included. Battery life averages around 4 to 6 hours for productivity tasks and drops further during GPU-intensive work, positioning it more as a plugged-in workstation than an all-day mobile machine. Coming in at number 4 is the Acer Predator Helios Neo 16. If you are a student who does heavy CPU-based rendering, think V-Ray, Corona, or Keyshot, this configuration is basically a cheat code. For under $1,300, you are getting the Intel Core i9-14900HX processor. This is a 24-core monster that was designed for top-tier workstations. In most budget laptops, you're lucky to get an i7 or a Ryzen 7, but having an i9 means your multi-threaded tasks and complex geometry calculations in Rhino or V-Ray will run much faster. It's paired with the NVIDIA RTX 4060 GPU with 8GB of dedicated video RAM. While this is a last-gen card compared to the 50 series, it still has that crucial 8GB of video RAM and a high 140-watt TGP limit, meaning it's not nerfed, it's getting full power. The screen is a 16-inch widescreen Ultra Extended Graphics Array panel, with a great 100% of sRGB color coverage, which will make your renders look correct when you print them out or send them to other devices. However, there are two major caveats. First, this thing is heavy, at over 6 pounds, and with a massive 330-watt power brick, your back is going to feel it if you're carrying this across campus all day, which also makes it the heaviest laptop on our list. Second, to keep that i9 cool, the fans have to work incredibly hard. In a quiet lecture hall or library, the loud fan noise of a Neo 16 under load can be a bit embarrassing for some students. Plus, with only 16GB of RAM out of the box, you'll eventually want to upgrade it to 32GB to truly keep up with that i9 processor. Overall, if you want the most brain power for your money and don't mind the extra weight, the Helios Neo 16 is a production beast. At number 3 on our list is the MSI Katana 15.6 QHD. This is an impressive upper-budget contender, typically priced around $1,300, and it's well-suited for architecture students who want a higher-resolution display, next-generation GPU performance, and portable design. It features a 15.6-inch QHD 2.5K IPS display with a 165Hz refresh rate and 100% of DCI-P3 color coverage. This makes it excellent for detailed architectural work in Revit, Archicad, Rhino, or Blender, where color accuracy and extra screen clarity matter, while the high refresh rate keeps real-time viewport navigation smooth during parametric edits and walkthroughs. Powering the system is the 14th Gen 14650HX Intel Core i7 processor. This CPU excels in multi-threaded workloads such as simulations, complex BIM projects, and heavy multitasking. It's paired with the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070, equipped with a generous 8GB of GDDR7 dedicated video RAM and a strong 140-watt TGP limit. With this CPU and GPU combination, the Katana can handle virtually any modern architectural software, enabling high-fidelity real-time rendering, complex lighting, and AI-powered tools without major slowdowns. Storage is covered by a fast 1TB of NVMe SSD. It also includes 16GB of DDR5 RAM, which meets our minimum recommendation. The laptop features a 4-zone RGB keyboard and weighs around 4.29 pounds or 1.9 kilograms, making it the most portable option on our list. There are still some compromises though. Cooling remains a weak point, as the system can run hot and noisy in extreme mode during extended renders, so using a laptop stand or cooling pad is highly recommended to avoid throttling. Battery life averages around 4 to 6 hours for light work and drops quickly under load, meaning access to power outlets is important. Build quality is serviceable but not premium, so careful handling is advised. At number 2 on our list is the ASUS ROG Strix G16. This is a premium budget topper, typically priced around $1,400, and it's an excellent choice for architecture students who demand top-tier CPU performance, a fast and color-accurate display, and professional-level rendering and simulations. It features a 16-inch widescreen ultra-extended graphics array IPS display with a 165Hz refresh rate, a 3 milliseconds response time, and 100% DCI-P3 color coverage. This delivers accurate colors and smooth motion, making it ideal for detailed modeling, real-time visualization, and fast viewport navigations. At the core is the AMD Ryzen 9 9955HX processor. Not long ago, CPUs in this performance class were reserved for $2,500 to $3,000 machines, but thanks to recent platform advancements, this level of processing power is now accessible at a far more reasonable price point. The CPU is paired with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060 GPU, featuring 8GB of dedicated GDDR6 video RAM and a strong 140W TGP limit, allowing it to handle demanding workloads with ease. With the CPU and GPU combination, the Strix G16 effortlessly runs any architectural software, including Unreal Engine, with AI-accelerated features and high-resolution renders. In practical terms, it gives you faster turnaround times and smoother workflows than most classmates, directly translating into higher efficiency and better output quality. Storage is handled by a 1TB of PCIe Gen 4 SSD, along with 16GB of DDR5 RAM, which is adequate to get started, but thanks to 2 SODIMM slots, upgrading to 32GB is straightforward and strongly recommended for heavy multitasking. The ROG chassis is solid and well-built, but weighing about 5.5 pounds or 2.5 kilograms, it's on the heavier side, but expected for a laptop with this level of performance. Despite its power, ASUS's advanced cooling system keeps noise relatively controlled, though temperatures can rise during extended turbo sessions. A cooling pad is helpful for long renders. Battery life is the best in this list, reaching 6 to 8 hours for productivity tasks and around 4 to 5 hours under GPU-heavy loads, making it surprisingly usable for longer unplugged sessions. The eSports-grade keyboard is responsive and comfortable, though it does lack a numpad. Overall, the ASUS ROG Strix G16 delivers near-flagship performance at a still reasonable price. At number 1 on our list is the champion of 2026, the Lenovo Legion 5i. This laptop genuinely stands out for how much Lenovo has managed to pack into a relatively compact 15-inch chassis. Typically priced around $1,400, it is the ultimate choice for architecture students who prioritize stunning visuals, raw processing power, and color-critical accuracy for presentations, renders, and final deliverables without stepping into overpriced flagship territory. It features a 15-inch WQXGA 2.5K OLED display with a 165Hz refresh rate, HDR support, and 100% DCI-P3 color coverage. Thanks to OLED technology, you get infinite contrast, true blacks, and exceptional vibrancy, making materials, lighting, and textures look lifelike in tools like Lumion, Twinmotion, or any color-critical post-productions, easily making this one of the best screens available at this price point and on this list. Powering the system is the 14th Gen 14900HX Intel Core i9 processor, a 24-core, 32-thread powerhouse with boost speeds up to 5.8 GHz. This CPU absolutely crushes multi-core workloads such as parametric modeling, simulations, heavy BIM projects, and batch rendering. It's paired with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070 GPU, featuring a generous 8GB of GDDR6 dedicated video RAM and a strong 140W TGP limit, delivering elite GPU performance. Not long ago, This exact CPU-GPU class would have easily cost $3,000 or more, making this configuration an exceptional value in 2026. With this setup, you can comfortably run AutoCAD, Revit, Archicad, Rhino, Blender, Unreal Engine, and AI-assisted workflows with massive project files without worrying about slowdowns. Unless you're attempting something extreme like rendering New York, you have nothing to worry about with this machine. Storage is handled by a 1TB of NVMe SSD, along with 16GB of DDR5 RAM, which meets the basic requirement, but realistically does not allow the CPU and GPU to stretch their full potential. So upgrading to at least 32GB via the available slots is strongly recommended for stability and peak performance. Despite its powerful internals, the laptop remains relatively portable at around 4.9 pounds or 2.2 kilograms, with a solid premium-feeling chassis that's easy to carry between classes and studio sessions. There are a few caveats though. Cooling performance is excellent overall, but fans can ramp up noticeably under heavy sustained loads. Battery life is impressive for this class at 6 to 8 hours for light productivity, though it drains quickly during intensive CPU or GPU workloads, as expected for workstation-grade components. That said, when you combine the OLED display, top-tier internals, strong thermals, and relatively portable design, the Lenovo Legion 5i OLED confidently earns its place as the best value-for-money powerhouse for architecture students in 2026. There you have it, our top 10 best budget laptops for architecture students in 2026. If you pick one up, share your thoughts in the comments. Like, subscribe, and make sure to check the description for the current price of laptops in this list.